We request the audience to kindly rise up as our chief guests have arrived.
We now commence with the graduation day program.
With great sadness, we announce that we inform our former president of MES institutions, Shri S. Krishnakumar sir, passed away on 29 January 2025 at the age of 78 years. He was one of the finest IAS officers that Karnataka and India was blessed with. A visionary and a thorough gentleman, a very noble soul. I request all of you to stand up and observe 1 minute of silence to pay homage to the departed soul.
Thank you, everyone. Kindly be seated. Good evening to one and all present here. I, Hema Malini,
I, Pooja Kulkarni,
have the honor of being your host for this wonderful occasion. As we celebrate graduation day today, it's impossible not to look back on the journey that brought us here. Dear parents, do you remember the first years at school, the nervous smiles, the tiny steps into the classroom, and the excitement of meeting new friends? From those humble beginnings, we have come a long way. Today, we celebrate not just an academic achievement, but the growth, resilience, and bonds that started all those years ago. May I ask you all to rise up and put your hands together to welcome the batch of graduates for the year 2024-25. Huge round of applause to the young graduates. Appearing before you, the once toddlers, now grown up to be unique individuals with well-focused minds and confident steps. Today is your day, dear students, that marks the beginning of a new phase in your lives and leaving you with wonderful memories as the takeaway. The school corridors, the classrooms where you spent countless hours learning, growing, and exploring with your presence will now miss you.
Thank you, dear audience, for giving the warmest welcome to our young graduates. The lighting of the lamp is a significant and auspicious ritual that symbolizes the removal of darkness and the spread of knowledge, wisdom, and positivity. It marks the beginning of today's celebration with a serene start and invokes blessings for success and prosperity. I call upon the teachers' choir to invoke the blessings of the Almighty through an invocation song. May I request Principal Ma'am to escort the dignitaries to light the ceremonial lamp.
सदा पूजिते बारम्म बाताय मा शारदे शृङ्गेरि माते सदा पूजिते बङ्गार शारदे चिरशान्ति धाते बङ्गार शारदे चिरशान्ति धाते बारम्म बाताय मा शारदे ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ತುಂಗೆಯ ಗಂಗೆಯೋಳ್ ತನುವನು ಮೀಸಿ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಲೇಪಿಸಿ ಪರಿಮಳ ಪೂಸಿ ತುಂಗೆಯ ಗಂಗೆಯೋಳ್ ತನುವನು ಮೀಸಿ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಲೇಪಿಸಿ ಪರಿಮಳ ಪೂಸಿ ಪಟು ಪೀತಾಂಬರ ಹೂಮಾಲೆ ಧರಿಸಿ ಪಟು ಪೀತಾಂಬರ ಹೂಮಾಲೆ ಧರಿಸಿ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಹರಸಿ ನಸುನಗೆ ಸೂಸಿ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಹರಸಿ ನಸುನಗೆ ಸೂಸಿ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಬಾತಾಯಿ ಮಾ ಶಾರದೆ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಮಾತೆ ಸದಾ ಪೂಜಿತೆ ಸರಮಾ ಮಮ ಮಗ ಮಧ ಧ ಧ ಮಧನಿ ನಿ 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 ಧನಿ ಸಾ ಸಾನಿ ಧ ಮಗ ಸಾನಿ ಧ ಮಗ ಗಮಧನಿ ಸಾ ಗಮಧನಿ ಸಾ ಧನಿ ಸಾ ಗುರು ಶಂಕರರೇ ವೇದದೊಳ್ ನುಡಿಸಲು ಕರದೊಳು ವೀಣೆ ಸಗಮಧನಿ ನುಡಿಯಲಿ ಗುರು ಶಂಕರರೇ ವೇದದೊಳ್ ನುಡಿಸಲು ಕರದೊಳು ವೀಣೆ ಸಗಮಧನಿ ನುಡಿಯಲಿ ಭಾವರಾಗಲಯ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಮೊಳಗಲಿ ಭಾವರಾಗಲಯ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಮೊಳಗಲಿ ತವ ಸುರಗಾನವು ತನು ಮನವೀಯಲಿ ತವ ಸುರಗಾನವು ತನು ಮನವೀಯಲಿ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಬಾತಾಯಿ ಮಾ ಶಾರದೆ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಮಾತೆ ಸದಾ ಪೂಜಿತೆ ಬಂಗಾರ ಶಾರದೆ ಚಿರಶಾಂತಿ ಧಾತೆ ಬಂಗಾರ ಶಾರದೆ ಚಿರಶಾಂತಿ ಧಾತೆ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಬಾತಾಯಿ ಮಾ ಶಾರದೆ ಶೃಂಗೇರಿ ಮಾತೆ ಸದಾ ಪೂಜಿತೆ ಸದಾ ಪೂಜಿತೆ ಸದಾ ಪೂಜಿತೆ.
Thank you, teachers, for the wonderful rendition and creating a solemn and calm atmosphere. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. As we have begun the ceremony, I kindly request all the audience, please turn off your cell phones to silent mode and also to be courteous to the occasion by refraining from talking aloud. Thank you. We now have our principal ma'am, Mrs. Champa Devi, to welcome the gathering.
Good evening. Children, I did not hear it. Yes, the same old person again. Huh? No class today. Anyway, a very warm good evening, children. Just to this occasion, I thought I will share a few thoughts to you people so that it might guide you somewhere. I do not know to what an extent it is. As Henry David Thoreau tells, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Good evening, dear graduates, respected Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Air Marshal B.U. Chengappa Sir, Srimati Beena Chengappa, proud parents and esteemed guests. On behalf of my team, it is my pleasant duty to bid you all a heartfelt welcome. Today marks a significant milestone in the journey of our Class 10 students of batch 2025. Children, graduation is not just about moving from one grade to another. It is a symbol of growth, hard work, and new beginnings. Each one of you sitting here has a future full of possibilities, and today we celebrate not just your achievements but also dreams that you will chase from here on. Until now, life has followed a structured routine, classes, assignments, exams. But as you step beyond these walls, you will face choices that shape your future. Some of you may have a clear vision of your path, and while others are still figuring it out. And thus, that is perfectly fine. Remember, it always seems impossible until it's done. The journey ahead will have its share of challenges. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and even failures. But do not fear them. Instead, embrace them as a stepping stone to success. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and wiser. While academic success is important, your character will define you more than your marks. In a world that often measures success by numbers and ranks, I urge you to measure it by kindness, honesty, and resilience. Do you know what is resilience? No answer. Yes, what? Okay, coming back to my speech, Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they never will forget how you made them feel. Wherever life takes you, let your kindness be your legacy. As you prepare to take your next steps, take a moment to reflect on those who have supported you, your parents, teachers, friends, and also your school substaff. They have guided you, encouraged you, and stood by you. Success is never achieved alone. So always remember to be grateful and give back to those who have helped you rise. Dear parents, a small note for you also. Children are not vessels to be filled, but they are lamps to be lit. Behind every successful child, there is a parent who gives them a vision for life, and I take it a pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of my staff. On behalf of my staff and also your dear teachers, children, and dear parents, I wish you all success, happiness, and a future filled with endless possibilities, and make dear children, dear graduates, young gentlemen and ladies, make your parents proud so that they will tell my child has achieved something. Congratulations, class 10. We miss you at school. May you all shine wherever you go. All the best, children.
A huge round of applause to our principal, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving a gracious welcome to the audience. I kindly request Sauparni, ma'am, to lead the guests onto the dais.
May I now request Vice Principal Mrs. Sauparni to introduce our chief guest.
Good evening, everyone. Esteemed guests, respected teachers, proud parents, and graduating students of Grade 10. It's a great privilege to introduce our distinguished chief guest, retired Air Marshal Balatikalanda Uttaya Changappa and Mrs. B.U. Mrs. Beena Changappa. Air Marshal Balatikalanda Uttaya Changappa, he was a medalist. He is one of the proud sons of Karnataka who had served the Indian Air Force for nearly 40 years. He was an officer of technical branch. He was an officer of technical branch of IAF and had held the prestigious appointment of the Air Officer in Charge Maintenance, a Principal Staff Officer to Chief of the Air Staff at Air Headquarters, New Delhi, before his retirement on 31st December 2006. After his retirement, he has settled down in Bangalore. Presently, he keeps himself busy in advising on aviation matters to the various national, international companies and in various social activities. Besides, he is also the president of Air Force Association, Karnataka, which looks after the welfare and interest of retired Air Force personnel. He is the son of a military officer who served in British Indian Army. He was born on 13th December 1946 at Virajpet, a small town in Coorg. He did his schooling in Government High School, Somvapet, Coorg, and had graduated in electrical engineering from Karnataka Regional Engineering College, Surathkal, securing first class. He got selected for Indian Air Force in the final year of his engineering under the university entry scheme and joined Air Force Technical College in January 1970 as pilot officer in technical branch of IAF. He started his Air Force career as an engineering officer in Packet Aircraft Squadron in Agra. During his glorious tenure in the IAF, he had held various prestigious field as well as staff appointments in various establishments of the IAF. These include command of base repair depots and technical establishments as well as key posts in flying stations, operational command, and air headquarters. A highly decorated officer during his various appointments in the IAF, he has been Air Officer Commanding in Chief Commendation, Chief of the Air Force Staff Commendation, Visishta Seva Medal, Ati Visishta Seva Medal, and Parama Visishta Seva Medal for his outstanding contribution to the Indian Air Force. Besides obtaining MBA degree from Madurai Kamaraj University, he is a fellow member of Aeronautical Society of India and associate member of Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers and Institute of Engineers. A good sportsman and debater right from his school days, he plays almost all the games. He has represented Indian Air Force in hockey in his younger days and continues to be very active in games like golf, squash, badminton, and tennis. A warm welcome to you, sir. Now I request our principal, ma'am, to honor the guest with the token of love and appreciation. Now I request our ma'am to honor Bina Changappa. Congratulations to all the graduates. All the very best. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Our chief guest indeed has an extraordinary profile that has surely inspired our young minds. We are privileged to have such a great personality amongst us as our chief guest today. I request Principal Ma'am to kindly escort the dignitaries to their seats. Thank you, ma'am.
What you get by achieving your goal is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Moving on to the next segment of the day, we have the scroll and memento presentation ceremony. A graduation scroll is a symbol of knowledge, growth, and success gained through the educational journey. As we present the graduation scrolls today, let it be a proud reminder of this significant milestone and an inspiration to continue striving for excellence in your future endeavors. May I kindly request our chief guest, Air Marshal Ballati Kalanda Uttaya Changappa sir and Mrs. Bina Changappa to do the honors. Students are requested to come up as their names are being called out.
Bushra Navida, M. Grishma Meenakshi. Shri Hamsini R. I repeat, Shri Hamsini R. Riddhi V. Ananya R. Shrishti Shrikant. Janavi V. Unnati V. Gowda. Vanshika Shrikanta, Priyanka GS. Smriti Sundar Rajan, Nishi P. Kumar. Raksha R. Bharadwaj, Sinchana C. Shrikari K.R. Hiya Prasad. Punarvasu A. Jasmit Kiran. Stuti Vardhaman, Hasini R. Shridula H. Yashika A. Srijani H. Ritu Kiran. Sai Narayan S. Tanmay S. Yadunandan M. Bhatt, Kumar L. Kushil Chand V.S., Tanush Adish. Girish Chaudhary R. Amit K.R. Danish L. Dinkar Teja B.D. Anirudh Kulkarni, Abhay Sriram A. Sudhanva P.S., Supash Sharma G.S. Punarva Raghunandan Kandade, Arjun S. Krish M.B., Pradosh Milin Sarathi. Preet K. Revankar, Kushal M. Mutugadaru. Sanvi Santosh Jadhav, Pragna N. Prasad. Deepashri B., Kushala V. Amulya N., Raya D. Bhavani N., Sanvi G. Abhinav V. Patil, M.R. Amogharsha. Suhan Mukherjee, Abhilash H. Ayush Agarwal, Muhammad Ahmad. Gagankant R, Manas Gowda A. Advaita R. Acharya, Tejas SM. Parth Sharma, Srivatsa K. Amrit Prakash Vijapur, Mohan Gowda KS. Supreet Karthik D, Sujay C. Sankeshwar. V. Bishnu Chaitanya, Amog Raghunandan. V. R. Harshit, Arnav V. Bharadwaj. Suyash Manchali, Karthik K. Hande. Sorry, Karthik R. Hande. A. Nishant, Gaurav Sridhar. And finally, we have Akash B. Patil.
Indeed, a proud moment. I'm sure you all are going to make us and your parents really proud. It's time to get ready for a photo session. Photography has the unique power to freeze time. It preserves the most precious moments, captures the emotions, and can tell a story and make it timeless. The best part about pictures is that even when the people in the photo change, it holds the memory in it forever.
The bond between teachers and students is truly special. As mentors, guides, and role models, teachers play an invaluable role in shaping their students' academic journey and personal growth. From explaining complex concepts to offering words of encouragement during challenging times, teachers are the cornerstones of their students' success. They instill confidence, nurture curiosity, and inspire perseverance, helping them lay a strong foundation for their future endeavors. Let's celebrate this unique connection as I request the class teachers and the subject teachers to come up for a photo session.
Thank you, dignitaries, principal, vice principal ma'am, dear teachers, and dear students for capturing this beautiful moment. I request the dignitaries to take their seats. Students are also requested to be seated among the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to hear from one of our remarkable graduates. We are delighted to invite Ms. Sanvi ji to the stage to share her heartfelt experiences and memories from her journey through school.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru, a teacher, is the one who guides us and helps us progress in life. A school is filled with such gurus. This is what makes school great. Good evening, respected chief guest, esteemed faculty members, principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. I am Sanavi ji. I have been in the school for 13 years. My mother told me how we first entered the school and joined a line of parents and their little kids waiting to be interviewed. That is how my journey with the school began. Till date, not a single day of school has been boring. Frankly, the main reason most of us came to school was to meet our friends. Throughout these years, I have made so many memories with everyone. Each corner of this building holds a special memory of ours. It is always the small things that build these sweet memories, like waiting to see who our benchmate would be with excitement when our class teacher would change our places. The enthusiasm with which we all went to PE classes, or picking which friend would accompany us when we would go to distribute chocolates on our birthday. At that time, it felt like the biggest decision we had to take. Jokes apart, we all have had an amazing time here with each other. This was made sure by our dear teachers. They have taught us so many life lessons that we all will never forget. However, as much as we love them, we are also scared of them. We all have had moments when we changed our places to sit next to our friends and freak out when we see our class teacher coming towards the classroom. However, they have nurtured us with love and care. Oh, and also let's not forget the numerous amount of times we've been scolded for talking with our friends. Another amusing moment is when we see our old class photos and wonder, was I really like that? I personally love looking at old class photos and realizing how far we all have come. School is like our second home. We spend most of our time here, and it is heartbreaking that we have to leave it. This school has always made us feel welcome. I've had a great time in this school with all of you. Thank you, my friends, for this amazing journey. I also owe all of this to our teachers, non teaching staff, seniors, and juniors. I would like to end my speech by wishing all my classmates all the very best for their future endeavors. May we all be successful. Thank you.
Let's give a huge round of applause to Sanvi for expressing her thoughts so wonderfully. Thank you, Sanvi, for sharing your memorable time with us. Please join me in welcoming Master Abhilash Hedge to the stage as he reflects on his experiences, lessons, and cherished memories from school.
Good morning, respected chief guest, principal, vice principal, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. I'm Abhilash. Today, as I stand here as a graduate of 10th standard, I'm filled with a wave of emotion, joy, nostalgia, and a tinge of sadness. It feels like just yesterday when I first stepped into this school as a tiny nursery kid, holding tightly to my parents' hands. Back then, the biggest challenge was learning how to tie my shoelace or remembering the alphabets. As the years passed, this school became more than just a place of learning. It became a second home. I can still recall those innocent days in primary school when the only competition we had was over who would get the most number of stars drawn to their wrists by the teacher's red ink. The bonds we formed then were pure, built over shared tiffin boxes and playground games. Middle school brought its own set of challenges. During 5th, 6th, and 7th standard, the pandemic turned our lives upside down. It was a time of uncertainty, but also growth. We mastered the art of saying network problem or mic is not working whenever we are asked a particularly hard question. Despite the physical distance, our teachers and the school kept us connected. The club activities during those times kept us entertained as well as The club activities during those times kept us entertained and also gave us a sense of togetherness even though we were apart. Now, in 10th standard, it feels like everything has come a full circle. All those years have taught us resilience, teamwork, and the value of hard work, whether it was for preparing the exams or participating in the events. We have experienced it all. I am incredibly grateful to the teachers who have been our mentors. They have been they have been with us by encouraging us with their wisdom through every step in our lives. You have not just taught us life lessons, but also you have not just taught us subjects, but also life lessons that will carry throughout our lives. I would also like to take a moment to thank my parents for their unwavering support. You have been my pillars of support, cheering me on through every success and challenge. To my friends, thank you for the countless memories, the laughter, the tears, the inside jokes, and the moments of shared stress. These are the things I'll cherish throughout my lives. We have grown together, and though we may part ways after this, I know that the bond we share will remain strong. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let us carry forward the values and lessons we have learned here. Let us strive to make our teachers, parents, and the school proud. As Dr. Zuas once said, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of this incredible journey. Let us cherish the memories we have created here and look forward to the bright future that awaits us. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhilash, for that emotional speech. We are glad to hear that the school became your second home. Your words threw light on your journey as a student. We are sure that you will succeed in life and make all of us proud. A mother is one whose unwavering support and encouragement becomes the foundation of her child's success. She is the guiding light, offering wisdom, care, and strength every step of her child's way. She is the real superhero and the biggest supporter of her child. I now call upon Dr. Smita Prasad, mother of Ms. Pragna N. Prasad, to speak a few words of her rich experience with us.
Good evening to the esteemed chief guests, principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, teachers, parents, and my students of batch 2025. I'm very honored to be here today to stand before you to share my thoughts and experience because today I'm not just a proud parent of a graduating student, but I've also had the privilege of watching the lives of not one, but two of my children evolve through their journey in MES KKPS. My daughter joined the school in nursery, and I still remember her first day on the 4th of June 2012. I was anxious, nervous, and already planning on how to deal with the tears, mine and hers. But when I saw the teachers and the ayahs welcome her with open arms, my fears melted away. And now, 13 years later, when I see my daughter seated among her friends, proud and happy with her head held high, I can see the same warmth and care in the same people who took her in all those years before. And I can't thank them enough for being such an integral part of our lives. For our family, this school holds a very special place in our hearts. My son, who graduated in 2021, grew up within these same walls, and the lessons he's learned is helping him in his endeavors today. And I'm confident that my daughter will carry forward the same legacy of integrity that this school has instilled. My dear fellow parents, today is as much a milestone for us as it is for our children. We have survived homework meltdowns, school projects that has required glitter at 11 p.m. in the night, numerous exams and countless PTMs. Let us all give a pat on our back for making it through. My dear teachers and staff, your dedication goes beyond textbooks and classrooms. You have been mentors, guides, and sometimes second parents to our children. Thank you for not just shaping their intellects, but also their character. May I request the parents here to please join me in giving a big round of applause for the teachers. And now to the batch of 2025. My dear children, you're all on the threshold of a new chapter equipped with values, morals, and memories from this school. You have grown into confident, capable young adults ready to take on the world. As you step out of this school into a new world full of opportunities, remember the lessons that you have learned here. Cherish the friendships that you have made, the memories that you have created, and the values that this school has instilled in you. And do not forget to bother your parents a little bit with small things, because we parents will miss the chaos of school life, how much ever we hate to admit it. We will still miss the chaos of school life. May your future be as bright and promising as the dreams you carry today, and as sparkling and colorful as the glitter that we parents are still trying to clean from your school projects. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your words were so heartfelt and truly captured the love and affection towards your child. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your beautiful experience with us. And also, thanks for your encouragement and boosting our confidence. Fathers play an important role in a child's development, offering emotional support, teaching life lessons, and contributing to the overall well being of the family. A father's involvement helps shape a child's character, confidence, and sense of security. A father's fear and tears are not seen. His love is unexpressed, but his care and protection remains as the pillar of strength throughout the child's life. May I call upon Mr. Mahesh Kumar, father of Master Kushal M. Mutugadaru, to share his thoughts with us.
Respected chief guests, respected teachers, uh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a moment with a lot of mixed feelings. I could see, a lot of children here with tears, and I could see a lot of emotions. And I know that this is an occasion where you have mixed feelings, but again, these are the things which we need to accept and move on. That is what is life. So, I would like to just begin this with the shloka, as Sanvi just recited. It is like Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So what we refer is like Guru is like Brahma. So the teachers from MES, they have tried to create a personality. So when the students joined MES, they were we don't know what type of a person they were, but the teachers here groomed him into a personality. So they created a personality. So we can refer it to the teachers as the Brahma. Guru Vishnu. Vishnu is known for operating this universe. So they have relating to the teachers, they have mentored all the students, they have guided them, they have done the course correction so that the students go through the right course and they follow the right path. And the final reference is to Lord Shiva, where Lord Shiva is known as a destroyer. So teachers have played a crucial role because ego is one of the aspect of a person which has to be destroyed gradually, because that is the main thing which is causing the most disaster in the world. So teachers are, they have put all their efforts to remove all the negativity, destroy all the negativity, and that is why we also refer teachers as Lord Shiva, and we call them as Sakshat Brahma because end of the day they are the one who have actually created this the students who just joined here when they joined the school in nursery till now. They have nurtured and they have created a personality. That is why we refer them as Sakshat Brahma. And coming to MES is very close to my heart because I'm also one of the students from MES. I passed out from MES Malleshwaram in 1994. Uh, and MES is it's a legacy institution. It has established its legacy for quality education and also still maintaining the nativity. Because when during my school, I had Veda classes and Bhagavad Gita classes, and I can see even my son and some of his friends, they were all participating in all these similar classes related to and trying to keep our tradition and culture still alive. And talking to the other aspect is affordability. If you see any locality, any schools in this locality, MES is known for providing affordable and quality education. So which is very important, looking at serving all the class of the society. And what I have seen is the students have been groomed overall. I could see many students participating in extracurricular activities. They have participated in debates. They have participated in WHO, some activity related to UNESCO and all. So these are all first time experience which I have heard. I have never heard in my childhood. And these are all very important to groom them as leaders. And yeah, I mean, I would like to end my speech by wishing good luck to all the students. And what I would just remind them is you should enjoy your journey. It is not the destination what is important. You should enjoy your journey throughout your studies, throughout your, what I can tell, when you go to different universities or when you are going to a pre-university, enjoy the journey. It's not the destination. And I could also see your aspirations, so they are very diverse. So in my school days, what we could remember is just doctor and engineer. So everyone wanted to be doctor or engineer, only these two options. But I could see, when I could see these presentations, I think you all have a variety of aspirations. I wish good luck and all your dreams are fulfilled. And I'm sure with your willpower, it will surely be fulfilled. And finally, I would like to thank all the teachers, the principal ma'am, and all the support staff who have taken care of all our children while they were here for the last 10 to 12 years. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and also giving your words of advice to the students. Now it's time to hear the words of inspiration. May I request our chief guest to enlighten, congratulate, and motivate our students with his words of wisdom.
MES KK Public School Principal is a Champa Devi, Vice Principal, members of the staff of the school, both teaching and non-teaching, and parents were gathered here in such large numbers, and those 80 graduating 10th standard students. A very good evening to all of you. Right at the beginning, I would like to convey my heartfelt condolences on the sad demise of Mr. Krishna Kumar, who has been the ex-president of MES. It's indeed a sad event. May his soul rest in peace. And may God give his family and the MES faculty members and everyone connected with MES enough strength to bear this loss. Now I should say, this evening, I'm immensely privileged to be associated with this momentous occasion of graduation ceremony of 10th students, 10th standard students who are graduating today. In fact, as many of you have said, it is a momentous occasion, comes only once in your lifetime. And also, this is something, a time to remember that you're moving out of the school. When I look at you, my memory goes back to my younger days. When I was in the 10th standard, those days it was called SSLC, Secondary School Leaving Certificates. I also had the same glitter, what I saw in the eyes of these children. And I didn't realize at that time what I'm into. In fact, the time you spend in the school is perhaps the best time in your life of journey, which we won't realize when we are there. I'm sure you also won't have realized. Of course, the students spoke about all those friendship and this and that, but they all, you feel it's momentary. Now I'm on my own path. But it is not so. The friendship, the environment, the coaxing, the cajoling, the scolding, the grooming, all that you got in these 10 years of your service or your schooling here is all to groom you and your children till now. Now you passed a stage. Once you graduate from here, I believe 18th of February your exam, and after that you'll be preparing for your next stage of your life. Your childhood is over. Now you're into adulthood. There are a lot of issues when you get into adulthood. You are such a vulnerable age you are all in. And There are so many things that you're looking at. So I have a few thoughts to share with you on this occasion, which you should remember if possible, or take it as a guidance from one of the elders who's addressing you. First and foremost, after your graduation, now we'll be going into your journey of your career, where you have to select your subjects. As one of the parents said, in our days, it was either engineering or medical, and every parent wanted the child to be either an engineer or a doctor. Today also, when I was talking to your principal, vice principal, all that I heard was, my son is a doctor, my son is an engineer, and things like that. But today the word is different. The opportunities are galore. Our time, the opportunities were not there, but challenges also were not that much. When I got a first class in SSLC, I was perhaps the only student who got SSLC. Others were second class or third class they were. But today it is not like that. Every second person, if you ask, I've got 95% or above 90%. That brings its own challenges. So while your parents will tell you, or your peers will tell you, or the parents' pressure, peer pressure comes in to tell you to pursue a particular course, when you make your choice, because when you go to the pre-university first year, or the 11th standard, or whichever you're choosing, that's the time you're going to choose your subjects for your future, which makes your career. Take some time, reflect on your talents, and choose a subject of which you're passionate about. Don't choose the subjects just because somebody is telling, or just because your friends have taken it, or just because it's the in thing. For example, mathematics is a wonderful subject. Up to 10th standard, mathematics is relatively easy. But when you go to pre-university and move on, mathematics becomes tougher. Just because everybody is taking PCMB, don't go for it. I've seen a lot of students taking it just because of the parental pressure or the peer pressure, or thinking that that's the one is going to take in the long run and suffering because of it. Whatever you're good at, every child born on this earth has got some talent. So you, by now, would have realized what is your talent. It may be academics, it may be sports, it may be dancing, it may be music, it may be cooking, or it may be event management, or it may be hotel management, whatever it is. The opportunities are in abundance, but you have to be best at it. You cannot be jack of all and master of none. You have to be master of the particular subjects that you've taken. Unless you excel, you have no place in today's society. It's a very ruthless society. You are best, then you are recognized. If you're not, you are nowhere. Remember that. So make that choice, taking quite some time. And second thing I would say is, of course, both one of the students and the parent talked about the shloka. I wouldn't say shloka, I would say one of the old famous sayings that we all have groomed with from our childhood. That is, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Guru Devo Bhava, and of course, and Atiti Devo Bhava. Let's leave the Atiti Devo Bhava for time being. But for you, students of the 10th standard, these three things are very important to remember. Your parents, whatever you become in future, your mother, your father, they are your God. In fact, your mother is your God. Never, never make them feel depressed because of you. Make them feel bad because of you. Always respect them, always love them, wherever you reach. Same way, next is Guru, with whom? After with the parents, you're spending most of your time with the Gurus. Never forget your Gurus, wherever you go, whatever position you reach. That's the second thing I would say that you must always remember. Third thing connected with that is your alma mater. This is a school, as I said, from the many of you, most of you must have started from the kindergarten and now come to the 10th standard. So this is a place where your character, as somebody said, has been built. So don't ever forget your alma mater. Whenever you get a chance, come back, meet your teachers, meet the others, meet non-teaching staff, meet the class 4 people, whoever they are, everybody, and spend time with them. Remember, this is the place which groomed you. So never forget your alma mater. The next thing is, when you go up in the ladder, what you have to remember, I saw this school is giving importance to both academics and all-round development. That's a very good thing. So it's not only the academics, what you have to be, as the principal mentioned, a good human being you have to be, and a good citizen of this country. This country needs you youngsters in the evening of our lives, but you are the future of our country. Our Prime Minister is looking at Viksit Bharat by 2047, that is 100 years from the time we got our independence. And if that has to be achieved, it is you who are going to be the future citizens of this country who have to achieve it. We may not be there, will not be there when that happens. But to achieve that, it's just the slogans won't be sufficient, or just the government doing something won't be sufficient. It's for all of us to strive to make it a Viksit Bharat. In fact, we were one of the leading countries. We were probably the most loved country many thousands years back. But today we are not there, and we want to go there. That is what the 2047 deadline that has been envisaged by our Prime Minister. To reach that, each one of you have to strive, that is becoming a good citizen of the country. What does that mean? There are so many things which some of them the principal touched upon, that about the integrity, resilience, and all that. But I would take from the beginning that to become a good citizen, you must know what you're supposed to be doing. There are so many things which have been talked about but not followed. We do not have so many role models in your society today. So make your own role model. When you say that, like today, we are embroiled in corruption. So you have to take that stand. We have to root out corruption. How do you do that? By not getting sucked into corruption by giving things or accepting things. The corruption has to be rooted out, both the fellow who's giving as well as who's taking has to stop that. So we as citizens, we have to stop giving, and then only the corruption will stop. Same way, the cleanliness. We have to be, we always talk about cleanliness, but when it comes, we try to keep our house clean, but outside we don't bother. So cleanliness has to be kept. And third thing is, going by the democracy that we have, that it is liberty, equality, justice, fraternity. These are the qualities we're supposed to have. You have to be doing justice to everyone, lesser privileged, underprivileged, or anyone. You have to have that compassion for empathy and compassion for our fellow human beings. And always ensure that in future, wherever you are, you remain with honesty, integrity, and resilience, which principal keeps talking very often. Then I come to the parents. I would suggest, because all of us feel our children are the best and they should do the best and they should be good in everything. It is impossible to be good in everything. What I see most of the times, right from morning till night, the children are put under such pressure whether it is class, in the class they should be good, then go for the sports, then in the music classes, the dance classes, wherever, whatever is going on, they try to put them and keep them busy throughout. That kind of an attitude has to change. Whatever they're good at, please push them and support them fully. But if somebody, all children are not equal, don't compare with others and say, you also have to be like the other one who's there, who's doing better. But try to find out what their better quality as what their talent is and try to help them out, push them in that direction, and so that they achieve what you want them to achieve, rather than make them feel that I'm pressurized. I see a lot of cases where because of the parental pressure, you also would have seen, read in the papers, a lot of unfortunate things happen because of the parental pressure. Something which you could not make, don't expect your child to do it. I've seen many parents saying, I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't do it, but I want my son or a daughter to become doctor. Or I wanted to do dancing, but I couldn't do it, but now I want to push my child to do that. Don't do that. Your aspiration, what you wanted to do, now don't try to get that from your children. Coming to the teachers, of course, I've seen that kind of a dedication, but teaching profession was always called a noble profession. That's what we always thought. Teaching and doctrine, both were noble professions, but today, in the present environment, that doesn't seem to be the real facts of life. But I'm glad to see the MES KK Public School teachers showing that dedication, that kind of a interaction with the children. Whatever I saw today, I see that kind of an affinity with the children. Whatever incident I saw when the teachers rushed and to see things, and my other interaction with the principal and the other teachers gives me that kind of a satisfaction that the teachers here are living up to the motto of the school. That takes me to the school, MES, that is the Mysore Educational Society, which started way back in 1956. Whatever I have heard, I've known, started with a glorious thinking. Actually, the Gurukul system, which was there in our culture from our ancient days. In fact, when the Gurukul system was there, as I said, we were the role model nation for the whole world. From all over the world, people used to come to India to learn here. Our Nalanda Vishwavidyanalaya and all that has been so famous because of our Gurukul system, and our people were so good because of Gurukul system, and things were going on so well, and we were probably the richest nation in the world because the education system was so good because of that Gurukul system. Only thing is, over the period, the invasions, and after that, the 250 plus years of British rule, which came onto us. And in fact, when the Britishers came, just to take you back, little back in the history, they did not know how to break the morale of the Indian people. That's the time the English government sent Lord Macaulay from England in 1830s to study and find out how do you break the will of these people in India so that we can rule them as we want to rule them. He came and toured all over India. Then he went back and made a paper. The only one way that we can achieve what we want to achieve is break their educational system, which was the Gurukul system. And then they brought in the so-called Western education system, where the Gurukul system was lost. And our own people who helped the British to follow them, to follow the colonial mentality, the Western mentality, started looking down upon the Gurukul system, and gradually it went away. But I'm so glad in 1956, that is just few years after the independence, the visionaries of our Karnataka state, like Mr. Acharya, Professor Shastri, Professor Subbarao, Professor Sri or Mrs. Vimla Rangachar, or even Mr. Chinnaswamy, these visionaries, hats off to them. They formed this MES just to bring back the value education or the Gurukul system besides academics, the all-round development of the students as a concept, and particularly in those days when the girl students were not that important like it is today, where girls are encouraged under Beti Padhao or Beti Bachao, that kind of programs that the Prime Minister has brought in. In 1956, these visionaries were all tall figures in their own fields, thought about this underprivileged children, that is, who cannot afford to take care of them and to take care of the girls, started the MES institutions with that kind of a motto, that kind of an objective. It was wonderful to think that these people thought about it, and because of it, they spread also, and so many institutions under the MES has come up all over Karnataka by and large. I'm glad that MES KK Public School also is maintaining that, because I was seeing its overall academics and also value-based education is what is being talked here. So you children are groomed well to face the life in future, and thank the school for that, thank the teachers for that, and it will come to your help in a big way when you go forward and when you look back. And never forget your friends whom you have made here, because they are going to be your lifelong friends. And I wish you all a very successful life, and whatever field you take, reach to the top level. Like Dr. Kalam always said, dream big. And you all have to dream big. And not just dream, you have to strive to achieve what you have dreamt, which means hard work. There is no substitution for hard work in life. Hard work is the only way to move forward. You cannot take it easily, even if you achieve something. And as the principal mentioned, there can be failures on the way, but failures are the stepping stone for success. And so carry on till you reach your destination. And thereafter also, just carry on working. As long as we breathe, we should be working hard. This is what I strongly believe in. And I do hope you all will follow that and bring glory to not only to your parents, to your school, and to every well-wisher of yours. And I would like to thank once again the principal and the other staff who invited me to come to be associated with you all this evening and take part in this, such a wonderful celebration. In fact, me and my wife were looking at the bright boys and girls standing for the photograph, and we were admiring the colorful dress that they're wearing, and look at the glint in their eye, and felt so nice to see there is a very happy atmosphere around here. So now, from now till 18th, enjoy your stay here. Of course, you have to prepare, I'm told, for the examination, which you get very short time. That I'm sure, because it is not that, I'm sure you all would be agreeing with me, that is not last 8 days or 10 days that you're preparing for the exam. Throughout the year, you would have studied and prepared, and don't get into that last minute stress or panic of studying only in the last few days, which I'm sure the teachers would have already communicated and would have prepared for the exam. Take the exam as it comes and do well in your exams and do well in your next career options. Go to the good schools and colleges, and after that, do well in your life in the future. All the very best, and God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. As rightly said by our Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. So we have a great Jawan here with us today. Thank you very much. Your presence with us today has brought a proud feeling for us, sir. Thank you for once again for sharing your experiences with us and also motivating our young graduates to succeed in their life. Thank you very much, sir. We now commence with a formal graduation day ceremony, the sacred ceremony of channeling the light of knowledge. The light of knowledge is a beacon of hope, a source of empowerment, and a guide to a brighter future. It reminds us that learning is not just a process, but a purpose. Lighting the lamp represents the removal of darkness, ignorance, and negativity while spreading light, knowledge, and positivity. Moving on to the most gracious moment of the day, I call upon Mrs. Kiranmai and Mrs. Smita N., the class teachers of grade 10, to lead our guests to pass on the light to our students.
As I call out the names, the students are requested to come and take your lights. We begin with Bushra Navida, M. Grishma Meenakshi, Shri Hamsini R. Riddhi V. Nanya R. Srishti Shrikant, Janvi V. Unnati V. Gowda, Vanshika Shrikanta, Priyanka GS, Smruti Sundar Rajan, Nishi P. Kumar, Raksha Bharadwaj, Sinchana C. Shri Kari KR, Hiya Prasad, Punarvasu A. Jasmeet Kiran, Stuti Vardhaman, Hasini R. Shridula H. Yashika A. Srijani H. Rutukiran, Sai Narayan S. Tanmay S. Yadunandan M. Bhatt, Kumar L. Sushil Chand V.S., Tanush S. Adish, Girish Chaudhary R., Amit K.R., Danish L., Dinakara Teja B.D., Anirudh Kulkarni, Abhay Sriram A., Sudhanva P.S., Supash Sharma G.S., Punarva R. Kandade, Arjun S., Krish MB, Pradosh Milin Sarathi. K. Revankar, Kushal M. Muttugaduru. Sanvi Santosh Jadhav, Pragnya N. Prasad. Deepashri B, Kushala V. Amulya N, Rhea D. Bhavani N, Sanvi G. Abhinav V. Patil, MR Amogh Harsha. Suhan Mukherjee, Abhilash H. Ayush Agrawal, Muhammad Ahmed. Gagan Kant R, Manas Gowda A. Advaita R. Acharya, Tejas SM. Parth Sharma, Srivatsa K. Prakash Vijapur, Mohan Gowda KS. Supreet Karthik D, Sujay C. Sankeshwar. V. Vishnu Chaitanya, Amogh Raghunandan. V. R. Harshit, Arnav V. Bharadwaj. Suyash Manchali, Karthik R. Hande. A. Nishant, Gaurav Sridhar. Lastly, we have Akash B. Patil.
Now we have Master Kumar L, who will take the oath on behalf of grade 10 students. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
I, Kumar L., thank my God for the education I received in the school. I have learned values of life by word and example. Therefore, I promise today to work hard after the example of our patron Vidyasagara Professor M.P.L. Shastri, to endeavor to be just in my thought, word, and deed, never to hurt others in my action, my speech, and efforts, to remain grateful always for all that I have received, to be generous to others in my turn. To hold the poor and the needy dear to my heart as a true student of the school. I pledge to uphold faith and toil to strive to build our nation and to enrich the whole human family for the greater glory of God. May God help me to do so.
Thank you, Kumar. Sadhana Panchakam is a Sanskrit text composed by the great saint and philosopher Adi Shankaracharya, basically highlighting oneness with a supreme being. The text consists of 5 verses, each outlining steps for spiritual practices, ethical living, and the attainment of liberation. Our students will now recite Sadhana Panchakam.
Let us expound the sacred scriptures and perform the deeds prescribed in them. Let us give up the desire-based deeds and destroy the sins. Let us be firm on the path of self-realization and discard worldly pleasures.
We shall keep the company of the pious and the devoted. We shall aspire to attain serenity and contentment. Let us hear good thoughts and seek a pious and experienced teacher to serve. Let the supreme reality be worshipped.
Let us discuss the great sayings in scriptures and follow only the trodden path of the Lord. Let us debate only on those issues which are conducive for spiritual growth of man. Let us experience the highest state, thou art. Let pride be given up, selfishness ousted, and arguing with the pious tongue.
We have to curb the disease of desire by medicine of alms. Let us not desire food, but be satisfied with what we get. Let us tolerate the contradictions in life and use our speech with discretion.
We become serene in solitude, resting our minds in the divine. Let us perceive the supreme reality. Consider the world an illusion. Destroy the deeds of the past. Let not the deeds in the present become cause for the next birth. Let the fruits of the deeds, good or bad, be experienced here. Let us merge with the supreme.
The strength inside is brave and bold. Through all the trials, we've reached the goal. Our dreams are the treasures we proudly hold. This is our time, our moment to shine. The future
Today marks
is
the
bright.
end of one
The
chapter
world is
and the
divine.
exciting beginning of
Together
another.
we stand.
You have worked hard, overcome challenges, and built memories that will last a lifetime. As you step into the next phase of your life, remember that learning is a lifelong journey. The world is waiting for you to shine, and we are so proud of everything you have accomplished.
The love and guidance that never.
Congratulations, and may your future be filled with
Responsibility.
Dear parents, on this momentous day, we appreciate your dedication, encouragement, and sacrifices that you have been instrumental in shaping your child's journey. This milestone is as much yours as is theirs. Congratulations to you two for this remarkable achievement.
Through every storm, through every fight, we found to take new flight with hearts on fire. Time, a moment. Together we stand in this grand design. The dreams we hold will always align. Through every storm, through every fight, we found our way.
Mary Curie had said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." Now is the best. May your paths be
handling history civics, Mrs. Vinci Roshan handling geography, Mrs. Indira H.N. who handles mathematics, Mr. Ganpati Sharma and Mrs. Veena M handling physics, Mrs. Champa Devi T.R. handling chemistry, Mrs. Shobha J.S. for biology, and Mrs. Jayashree Mahesh for biology and English language, Mrs. Ambika Ravindranath for computer applications, Mrs. Rajita Panikkar for economic applications, and I, Pooja Kulkarni, handling mathematics.
Lessons we've learned, the bonds we've made. With every challenge we're unafraid, for in our hearts the foundations laid. This is our time, our moment to shine. The future is bright, the world is divine. Together we stand in this grand design. The dreams we hold will always align. Through every storm, through every fight, we found our way.
I request parents' attention. Your child's wonderful journey through MES KKPS is rolling here.
Though it's hard to go, these days can't last forever. So we're here to say goodbye, here for one last time. Before we step outside, there's a road ahead. It's calling us to new things, but we will not forget all the times we've had and everyone we've met. And this is our last memory, perhaps the greatest yet.
While the kids are having a lovely time, dear parents, you are requested to proceed towards the atrium for dinner. Thank you all and have a great weekend. Children will go and have a cake. Yeah, you can go backwards and just go and have the cake while parents can start the dinner.
Teachers who have guided So we're here to say goodbye, here for one last time. Before we step outside, there's a road ahead. It's calling us to new things, but we will not forget all the times we've had and everyone we've met. And this is our last memory, perhaps the greatest yet. Our farewell song, our farewell song. Goodbye, my friend, it's not the end. I'll see you again, but now it's time to go. Goodbye, my friend, it's not the end. I'll see you again.